Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to May I Scraplift You, a hop for the whole month, hosted by Crystal Barrett, who is Pineapple Papers here on YouTube. And so I decided the first person I was going to scraplift was Crystal. So this is a layout she made back in September, and I thought it was so cute when she made it. I seen it then, and I thought, I need to scraplift that. I did one similar. We used the same sketch, but mine turned out different, of course. But this one's going to turn out a little more like hers. She used a cut file. I didn't have a cut file to use, so I'm using my old Heidi Swap stencil. I've had it a long time. I checked the packaging and it said 2013, so it's been around a while. And I'm going to ink all the empty spots on here, and I'm going to use a different color for each one. And while I'm inking, they might look a little blotchy. And see, you can tell they look a little blotchy. But when they dry, they look a whole lot less blotchy. They're pretty smooth when they actually dry. And I am going to do this twice, not just one time, but I'm going to do it twice because to get a similar effect to what Crystal had, I needed to do it twice. So I pulled the stencil up except for the right hand side and just slid my paper out, and then I put another piece of paper in. This one's actually going to be the one for the base because it kind of jiggled the stencil a little bit on the first one, and decided I'd use that as my cut apart, and this one as a base because I did much better on it. I wasn't quite as sloppy. And you may have noticed I added a little more washi tape around it to help hold it in place. I thought I had enough as long as I was holding the edge of it, but apparently not because, yeah, it moved a few times on me. But it turns out good in the end because, I got the one to cut apart and I've got the one that's the base. And um, yeah, it was really cute the way she took the sketch and did it this way. The sketch, well, if you've seen the sketch, you can watch her video. It's September, I am thinking around the 20th, but I'm not 100% sure. So I will try to remember to leave a link below to her layout and video so you can look at it. But uh, I am going to cut part of these banner looking things off, triangle looking things, and have them straight, similar to what she does in the cut file. Oh, and if you wanted to use a cut file to do this because you don't have this awesome stencil of Heidi Swaps, I remember when I used it a whole lot, and here it sat there like a foot away from me in my stencil tote thing, and I haven't pulled it out in forever. But if you want the cut file, it's from Paper Issues, and I believe she said it was a free one. I considered putting these little banner triangle thingies down with foam tape, but then I remember my very long title and changed my mind. If you notice, Crystal's layout is now in the bottom left corner instead of the upper left corner. If you can guess and be the first person to guess why it got moved, I will mail whoever guesses first a dozen of the picture wheel dies. I know a lot of people's ask about them and wish they had them, and I will cut some out and mail them to that person, and so it will be the first person that guesses. Because it did look funny getting moved, and it got made a little bit bigger too. This picture is of Hope, and she was pretending to be a rock star. On the TV behind her was flashing lights and stuff, and she was using her little guitar she got for Christmas, singing and a dancing. And so I decided to use this layout for this photo because of that. And so she's going to be a rock star on this. And I used 4 different fonts. I used 2 Tim Holtz, I believe. And no, 1 Tim Holtz, the little tiny one. And then the next 2 are diamond press, and the bottom one is Spellbinders one. And my title is Drop the Mic Rockstar Unplugged. I couldn't make up my mind, so I decided to use all of them. I showed a embossing folder for the two pieces that's behind Hope's picture and forgot to mention that I did, and it's called, I'm thinking, Lined Stars. It has stars all over. They got little, I'm thinking it's hexagons on there with some lines and the star in the center, and it's by Anna Griffin. And then I, on her, she has a vellum tag. Well, I cut the one piece out for my tag, and there was another piece left over, and I think I'll just go ahead and make it into a tag too, because y'all know I like more. Like those little pieces of paper going on top of all the little triangles. She only did 3, I think, or maybe 4 in hers. Well, she didn't do them all. I think it's the big ones she did. I did them all. I liked it, so I went ahead and did them all. Anyway, I did 2 tags too, and I ran them through an embossing plate, and it's small dots, and it's by Sizzix, and instead of them just being plain, and they made them kind of bubbly looking a little bit because I sprayed them and got them wet first, because I have ran vellum through embossing folders and they crack a little bit, so I decided I'd go ahead and wet it. But once it sits in the protector, it does calm down a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So it's a good thing they weren't super bad. I put ink on some white cardstock, and I'm going to do the stars. And originally I planned on putting stars on every little thing. But once I started putting them on there, I only put them in 3 spots. Can y'all believe that? 3. That's it. That's all I put them on. I liked it the way it was, and I didn't keep going. I stopped. Can you believe that? But I think I'm getting close to done. I have sequins after this, so I want to mention that down there below will be the links to everybody that are doing this month, and some will be doing it every day. Well, quite a few actually. And my plan is for every Sunday, and yeah, loads of inspiration another month. Isn't that awesome? And the layout I was inspired by was done on a hop. So, yeah, lots of inspiration to give you ideas. And I pulled out a very old stencil and used it. And so, yeah, give you ideas making your own layouts. And I am hunting for something here, I am sure. I I'm going to go ahead and put the sequins on. I have 2 enamel dots. They're glitter enamel dots over the holes on my tags instead of putting string in them. And sequins I'm using are Spiegelman's Mom's Scraps, and I think it's blue bubble, raspberry bubble gum or something something like that. And Colleen gave them to me at Christmas. But I thought they go really good with the colors on the inks that I used. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And I hope y'all found something on there that you want to lift. Because as usual, I create to inspire. Please feel free to scrap lift anything I share. And yeah, anything that's, and there wasn't a whole lot on here that was my idea. Other than the stencil, pulling out the stencil, that was my idea. Because I was really inspired by Crystal's layout. Um, there's my title with the 4 different fonts, and I did layer the rock on top of another one. And then the star one, you have to layer it if you want the colors from the bottom part to show through. And then I used some Heidi Swapp very old, I don't remember what they're called, acetate, is that it? Words, I used smile and pretty. And then I believe that little camera is actually Amy Tan. And then I added a little bow on the pretty and put it up there at the top. But I was tickled to get to use them too. I've had them a long time. And I did attach them with double-sided tape, very, very thin. I think it's like an eighth of an inch wide behind the lines on the words. And I have never paid for double-sided tape. I've got like 3 rolls and they've been sitting there. And I have been making sure I used it lately because I thought I've had them for years and haven't used them. But they came free in orders. Like if you ordered so much, they would throw that in free. I believe it was scrapbook.com. But yeah, I am using it. But that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun checking out everybody's layouts. Bye.